Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. I am Friendship Pearson, and welcome to my channel. It is Wednesday. Happy Wednesday, October 15th of 2024. I believe that says what? The 16th, October 16th of 2024, 6:18 in the a.m. I got up at 4 a.m. I began to have dreams around 3 a.m. because I cover a lot of material on a weekly basis, and I do a lot of research in terms of videos. My mind went to this photograph in my dream. A predominance of the dream got away from me. It just kept showing me dates and times, and it kept flipping back and forth, and then I finally just got up because I remember this crown right here. And that's on the shirt of Roland Martin, a YouTube journalist. He used to be here in Chicago on radio back in the day. But he's got his own show, Roland Martin. He interviewed Vice President Kamala Harris. And as you can see on his shirt, you see that crown. And it would not leave my brain. And then it led me to other things. And I want to show this to you.
I, William, Prince of Wales, pledge my loyalty to you, and faith and truth I will bear unto you, as your liege man of life and limb. So help me God.
It all just kept flashing back and forth. The coronation, his mother, the death, Barack Obama. The day before, he had his portrait of him and his wife. The day before the coronation, all this kept going in my mind last night. And then this portrait here, this portrait that came out in May 14th of this year. And I did a video on it. I'm going to go over it. And I couldn't get out of my mind that the artist had a purple suit on. It's all purple, people. I think the shirt is like black and white, but Phoenician is purple. You can Google it and look at it yourself. But he's got a purple suit on. It's all purple. It's in the purple family. So that's what I woke up to. That's what I kept dreaming about. So I want to show you. I want to show you a video that it really struck me also, because the number 22 came up. Number 22.
Charles and Queen Camilla are getting ready for the 22-hour flight from London to Sydney right now, and a medical team will be travelling.
Did you hear that? King Charles is going on a flight. The date is October 26th. He'll be gone for 11 days. He has a medical team going with him. But listen, they say a 22-hour flight. 22, listen.
Charles and Queen Camilla are getting ready for the 22-hour flight from London to Sydney right now, and a medical team will be travelling with him. We're joined now by Today medical expert, Dr. Nick Coatsworth. Hey, Doc, nice to see you this morning. Look, he's been receiving ongoing cancer treatment for the past 8 months. Pretty long flight.
Yeah, Carlos, I mean, it does raise some sort of interesting speculative questions about what King Charles' treatment might be. But I mean, obviously any sort of chemotherapy, and there can be sort of long-term chemotherapy for cancers, that's going to knock people around. And when you've got a flight across the globe down into the southern hemisphere, you can sort of understand why he might be suspending his treatment. Of course, most patients with cancer in Australia don't get to travel with two doctors and their own supply of blood, so there's sort of a limit to the analogy we can draw for, and the messages we can draw for patients here in Australia. But you know, I think it's great that he's able to make the trip, and he's obviously in a state of health that's going to enable him to do that.
Well, I guess he wants to continue.
So I won't go into the detail, but I read a lot of articles to do this. In that a lot of reports saying he isn't in his best of health, and that he's not going to have his chemo treatment during this period. King Charles to pause cancer treatment during Australia. Now, I just want to go bit by bit. I'm kind of groggy. Like I said, I got up around 4. I started piecing this together. But he said 22, remember? 22-hour flight. That stuck with me. How they speaking? What is 22? V is the 22nd letter of the alphabet. In iPad Go 2, they have a cartoon, Barack Obama. He's sweating the V. That means something disastrous is coming because an American flag shreds, and everything behind after this scene in this movie, the kingdoms begin to crumble. So V is disastrous. So 22nd level of the alphabet is V. They said a 22-hour flight. Just putting it together, people. That's all I'm doing, putting it together. How they speaking. Now, I did this video yesterday, a part of this. I'm going to break this down for you again. And I appreciate you guys putting comments in there earlier. But watch this here. Just watch the video, and I'm going to point. And then we'll go from there. I'm going to break it down. Because I'm going to ask myself now, does this video have a dual meaning? I said it was possibly by Trump. I said the 5 C's were at work. Clues, codes, colors, comments, time, and conclusion. But I'm asking myself now, does this relate to Britain? Watch this here.
Former President Trump kicking off the weekend with a sold-out rally in Aurora, Colorado, as Democrats' concern over Vice President Kamala Harris's campaign continue to grow. In fact, one Democratic analyst says he's scared to death, and maybe he should be. Trump is taking his presidential pitch, meanwhile, to the city he describes as a war zone over the flood of migrants to the city. That's why he's going to a blue state in the middle of a hot presidential campaign to highlight the...
So, she said, just like the title says, scared to death. Talking about Trump. But now I see something a little bit bizarre to me. Okay? I want to show you. See this here? This is the flag of Britain. Notice how the X goes all the way across. Not just a regular X, but it's all the way across. Look at that. All the way across. Okay? So, what I want to do now is I want to run my video that I did again yesterday. Watch this. A boulder suit. Now check this out. This is Trump's situation yesterday. Trump's situation yesterday. Really, actually 2 days ago. It says Democrats are panicking over Kamala Harris, but they use this word, scared to death. I've been showing you videos lately where I believe they're talking. Democrats in panic mode over Kamala Harris, scared to death. Who's death? Okay.
Former President Trump kicking off the weekend with a sold-out rally in Aurora, Colorado, as Democrats' concern over Vice President Kamala Harris's campaign continued to grow. In fact, one Democratic analyst says he's scared to death, and maybe he should be. Trump is taking his presidential pitch, meanwhile, to the city he describes as a war zone over the flood of migrants to the city. That's why he's going to a blue state in the middle of a hot presidential campaign to highlight the failed border policies of the Biden-Harris administration and their impact on you, the everyday American.
Now watch this.
Hello?
Now, because I used to do things in communication in different TV shows and stage events, I've taught you guys over the years when I had French Shot Pearson show on YouTube, and now French Shot Blue. Staging. Now you can call it coincidence or call it what you want to call it. But I want you to look at this background, because producers and directors, they show things in the background as things happen. Okay? So now you got the anchor that you're focusing on. You feel me? You're focusing on her. But you got the red and black. Red and black means what? Sacrifice. Sacrifice to what? USA. And why is he staring that way? You think this was scripted? Oh, Pearson, you stretch it. Okay, watch this.
Says he's scared to death, and maybe he should.
And you got this here. She's in black and white. What is black and white? That means you play both sides. You give an illusion on both sides. You stay in the middle, you play Republican against the Democrat, and vice versa. And I want to say, because he's got on the red and black, that also could mean sacrifice for somebody or a community or even a nation. As long as she gets through saying scared to death, look at what happens. Watch this.
Trump is taking his presidential pitch, meanwhile.
Okay, so I got tired and I had to stop. My phone just went out. Let me show you this here. Let's finish this up.
Trump is taking his presidential pitch, meanwhile, to the city he describes as a war.
What is that? What is that? What is that? Is that coincidence? What's that on her back? Is that not an X? If you don't think this stuff is crafted, if you don't think this stuff is scripted, stay with me long enough. I'm going to keep showing you till you get it. Now I'm going to stop right there, because, again, there's some things that woke me up. So let's go back. Look at that X, how it goes over the shoulder, left to right, right to left. Now go back and look at what I had earlier, the British flag. See how the X goes all the way down, from corner to corner. And this is what I dreamed about last night. I'm like, this X here goes all the way from one pillar to another, doesn't it? I think that's interesting. Is that Britain? I thought it was just a regular X, like Xing out DJT, right? Because X is the 24th letter. X is the 24th letter of the alphabet. But look how the X is shaped. Look how it's designed. Do you see what I'm seeing? You're going to get it at some point and realize we got to get ready to get up out of here. Jesus got to be coming soon. If you think this stuff is coincidence, keep watching, or go back and watch about 10 or 15 of my videos. I've been pointing this out for years. You're focusing on her, and coincidentally, all this is going on, coincidentally, that's the X. What happened on April 8th? There was the eclipse. Okay? An X went across the earth. What's the 24th letter of the alphabet? X. Roman numerals. Which means you will be eliminated. The head of United States, DJT, Donald J. Trump, will be unalived. I don't know when, but they're telling you. That's how I'm looking at it. And the dual meaning could be Britain as well. Do you understand? the way the X is designed. That's what I'm thinking, along with what I saw earlier, and that was the design when Carmela was interviewed by Roland Martin. Look, he was interviewed by her. Look at that crown. Is that coincidence for him to interview Carmela? And that's what he got? All right, let's go forward. All this stuff is going on. We got to get what we can out of Trump and try to sustain ourselves until Jesus comes. That's just how I feel about it, baby. Want to watch it again? I know it's going to blow your mind, and I'll put this in the description. Look.
Describes as a war zone over.
There she is, just walking right on past. Doody. Yeah, just so happened to walk past. Okay.
The flood of migrants to the city. That's why he's going to a blue state in the middle of a hot presidential campaign to highlight the failed border policies of the Biden-Harris administration and their impact on you, the everyday American. Hello, everyone. This is Outnumbered.
Right in our face, people. Right in my face. Right in our face. Scared to death. What is scared to death? In reduction, it means, in reverse reduction, it's 75. Scared to death. It's scared to death, right? Why did they name it scared to death? They told you that Democrats are in panic mode over Kamala Harris. Are they talking about her? I haven't seen any signs, but I wouldn't be surprised. But right now, I'm seeing the signs on Trump. And I just showed you what happened in Southern California with Trump. Joe, the numbers are there. Came out to 81. Are they hitting their Kamala too? I don't know. But here they say Democrats in panic mode over Kamala Harris. But then they say scared to death. And as they're saying that, this lady walks past, right? And she got the X on her back? Scared to death? Come on, baby. Work with me. Now, scared to death comes out to 75 reverse reduction. The 75th day of the year is what? March 16th, 316. Isn't there John? I'm going to show you in a minute what 316 means in relation to Britain. Just hold tight. 3:16 in the New Testament, for God so loved the world, hallelujah, that he gave his only begotten son, that whomsoever believe in him shall not perish but have everlasting life. I know it gets repetitive. They allegedly just got creative ways of showing you the same old thing. It's my job to point it out to you. If you don't know Christ, it's time. You think that's coincidence that the 75th day of the year, scared to death, comes out to 3:16? I don't think so. This is the calendar that they got going on, and the devil been using it for a long time. That's the way he speaks. It's my job to decode what's really going on. My name is Franchise Fisher. Now, let's go back. I want you to see one more thing. The first guy who walked past, I saw it, and I put it in the comment section afterwards. But right at the beginning, you had this lady with the black and white checkerboard. Black and white means you stand in the middle, you play both sides. Republican against Democrat. But watch how this thing germinates. Watch this.
President Trump kicking off the weekend with a
See him there? Believe it or not, that's a sheep. And this says greatest of all time. G-O-A-T. Greatest of all time. Right? Great. Like Great Britain. You'll see what I'm saying. Greatest of all time. G-O-A-T. Now, that's the GOAT. I've taught you guys in the past. Goat Lucy. Who is Goat Lucy? The Baphomet. Do you see? Satan. The Baphomet. With as above, so below. As above, so below. Goat Lucy. Is that what that is? Is that coincidence that he's walking past and he got this shirt on like that? What you think, people? And great, like greatest, Great Britain. What do you think? All right, let's move forward. We saw the flag. The X goes across the shoulders, both ways. We saw that, right? Now, let's focus on this here. Roland Martin interview. It's deep, y'all. Not gonna go long, just wanna show you the crown. Why would he wear a crown while he's interviewing her? And this is 2 days ago. 2 days ago, he interviewed Vice President Kamala Harris. Watch this.
This is knowing they're the backbone of our economy in the neighborhood, in communities, and giving folks an extension of a tax deduction. So it's not just $5,000 for a startup small business, but $50,000, because nobody can start up a small business on $5,000.
I'm glad you mentioned small business. I was talking to a black restaurant owner in Houston, and we were talking about the corporate tax rate.
Yeah.
And one of the things that he's...
You see the crown? You got the crown on, baby. This is one of the first dreams I had. I had about, man, I was at least 15, 20 minutes deep in my dream. But this kept coming up because I remember seeing this interview. And then I thought about Goat Lucy and everything else. I'm like, is this talking to Britain? Is this talking about the king in the future? Will he meet his demise? The king. That's the crown, ain't it? It's a crown, ain't it?
I, William, Prince of Wales, pledge my loyalty to you and faith and
That's the crown, ain't it? That's the crown.
truth I will bear unto you, as your liege man of life and limb. So help me God.
See the crown? Isn't that something? Look at that. I'm looking at the timing of everything. This man's got the crown on. And what we got here? All right, let's go. Okay, the next we have the 931 mark. I want to show you this here. 931 mark. This is the painting of King Charles. You guys probably remember this back in the day, the painting. The painting came out on May 14th of 2024. Watch this. Now, let's do something else here. Let's look at the dates. Today's date is May 14th of 2024. Hold on a second. Remember, the video's 5 months old, people. This video's 5 months old. So today's date is May 14th of 2024. It's right there. When you subtract that from January 20th of 2025, which is inauguration day for our new president here in America, you get 8 months and 1 week, 81. Joe Biden's 81 years old right now. Just thought I'd throw that out there. Also, let me put this in the mix. I've done other videos where I talked about King Charles, I believe, is related to the Ray Charles movie. Ray Charles, King Charles. That movie was created October 29th of 2004. Keep that in your pipe and smoke it, right? Just hold tight. Jamie Foxx played the role. Now, let me show you guys something here. We saw this here. We saw this here. The very next day, the day before the Queen Mother died, September 7th, Barack Obama and his wife, they unveiled their portraits in the White House, and the very next day, the Queen Mother died. Watch this. Mother died after Obama's portrait. If you take 9/7 of 2022, portrait. That's when Barack Obama's portrait was unveiled in the White House, subtracted from today's date when King Charles' portrait is revealed. The difference is 88. Trump's text number is 88022. Is there something there? Will there be an unalive moment in relation to Donald Trump? I've been teaching ever since I did one of my first videos on French Shad Pearson. Someone has to ascend in order for someone to descend. So back in the day, I did Little Nas X in relation to DMX. DMX met his demise, that is he descended, and what happened? Little Nas X arose, and that was on April 9th. It's an old video. I have it on Rumble. It used to be on French Shad Pearson. The way it works, one has to arise in order for one to descend. One ascends and one descends. Will Trump ascend? Is that what the 88 means? Because his text number is 88022. And will King Charles meet his demise? Will he descend? In other words, alleged sacrifice. Take the same date, subtracted from eclipse 4/8 of 2024. The difference is 36. 36 is 666. Take the same date, subtracted from Trump's birthday, 6/14 of 2024 coming up. The difference is 4/4. Who's the 44th president? Barack Obama. 4 weeks, 4 days. Take the same date, subtracted from 11/20, which is Joe Biden's birthday coming up. Now that 5/14 date, remember, that's the portrait date, unveiling of King Charles' portrait, that red and black. The difference is 6/6, 6 months, 6 days. Mark of the beast, 666. Take the same date, subtracted from the end of the year, 12/31 of 2024, you get 33. The same thing we started with. Allegedly, the butterfly, 33 degree. Tell me what you think, people. I want to post this right away, see what happens. We'll go from. There's a butterfly in the photograph of King Charles. There's a butterfly. Might be hard to see here, but butterfly like Masonic, it's there. There it is there. See it? Butterfly. Butterflies are part of Masonic order, okay, just so you know. That's why I mentioned the 33. All right, let's go forward. From there, I wonder what would happen if I put this in. On 12/8 of 2023, no connection. I'm French Shad Pearson. I'm gonna post this tonight, see if I can fight this algorithm. This here is ominous. It's red and black. And I still see a snout with the eye and the ears of a horse looking down on him. And all I can think about is that white bloody horse. And now I'm looking at red and black with him. Now let's go forward. Scared to Death comes out to 75, like I said earlier, 75. And the 75th day of the year is what? 75th day of the year is March 16th, 3/16. Like sacrifice. Do you understand? Sacrifice. Who's going to be sacrificed? Okay, look at this here. This is what I come up with. Sacrifice date, 3/16. Right? The painting spoke in numbers as 3/16 because it's scared to death. 3/16, 2024 If you subtract it from 10/18, which is 2 days from now, 10/18/2024, this might be the demise date. This might be the demise date of, you figure it out, and the difference is 2/16. Again, 3/16, sacrifice date, 2024, subtracted from 10/18, 2 days from now, comes out to 2/16. What is 2/16? The 216th day of the year is August 4th. Who was born August 4th? Barack Obama. It's deep, y'all. Now follow my logic. Here's Prince Charles' birthday, 9/8. Prince Charles' birthday, who will succeed him, it appears. His birthday is 6/21 of 1982. His grandmother, Queen Elizabeth, she died 9/8/2022. Look at this here. If you take 9/8 of 2022, Queen Mother's death, versus 6/21 of 2021, that's Prince William's birthday during that period. The difference is 63 weeks and 3 days, or 444 days. Remember I showed you before, you got the 444 on the head of the rapper Jay-Z. Remember that crown I showed you that? It's a crown, people. Give me a second, I'll pull it up for you. A lot of things going on, but you gotta do it right. We'll finish up. Had to get some sleep. Here we go. See that crown? 444. Put 2 4s together, that's an 8. Then you got another 4. That'd be August 4th, Barack Obama. That's his birthday, August 4th. Is that coincidence? So, now look at this here. If you take 12/31, the end of the year, versus 10/18, the day that I'm thinking he might meet his demise, the difference is what? 2 months, 1 week, 6 days. There's your 2/16 again. August 4th, the 216th day of the year. Will King Charles meet his demise? Then look at this, 6/21 again, Prince William's birthday versus 10/18, 2024. I did that right. 3 months, 3 weeks, 6 days, 336. Here's the coronation date. King Charles' coronation was 5/6 of 2023. And then there was a movie called Taps for the Royals. Taps for the Royals. There was an episode with Jamie Foxx in there. It was called Taps for the Royals. It was created on 1/14 of 1999. The difference is 8878. 8,878 days. 88 could be Trump, and 78 is Trump's age. Taps for the Royals. I've showed that before. I guess I can pull it up now. I want you guys to see what's going on. Taps for the Royals. Jamie Foxx had an episode called Taps for the Royals. Taps for the Royals. Taps. TAPS. Taps for the ROYALS. When you do the taps, you blow the bugle, right? See that? Taps for the Royals. It was the 55th episode, okay? It's a deep video. I made a video, Taps for the Royals. It's connected to me, to King Charles. Royal, like in royalty. Okay, so Taps for the Royals means someone is at a funeral blowing that horn, right? Take the same date, Taps for the Royals, make it 2025 versus 10/18. I believe the day that he could probably meet his demise. The difference is 88 days. There's Trump's 88 again. 88022 is his text number. 6/14 is Trump's birthday versus the 10/18 date. Difference is 4 months, 4 days. 4/4, Barack Obama was born. Barack Obama was the 44th president. Then look at this. 11/20 is Biden's birthday versus 10/18, the day that Prince Charles could meet his demise. The difference is 4 weeks and 5 days. 45. 45th president was Trump. Then look at this. 11/5, day of election versus the 10/18 I talked about. The difference is 2 weeks and 4 days. What is 24? X is the 24th letter of the alphabet. Then look at this. 5/14 again. Your 5/14, What is that? I forgot what the 514 is, but it's versus, oh, that's the painting. The painting of King Charles was on 514 of this year versus 1018, the mass date, allegedly. The difference is what? 22 weeks. Remember the beginning of the show? I talked about 22 weeks. 22 weeks. It was 22 hours of the plane flight that Prince Charles is going on. King Charles is going on a 22-hour flight. 514, the portrait, versus 1018, the mass date allegedly. Difference is 22. Then let me see. 621 is Prince William's birthday versus Barack Obama's birthday, August 4th. The difference is 44 days. So Prince William's birthday versus Barack Obama's birthday is exactly 44 days apart. Barack Obama's the 44th president. And last, Prince William's birthday, 6/21/2025 versus 10/18, alleged demise date, 2024. The difference is 8 months and 4 days. What is 84? Barack Obama was born August 4th. All right, people, we'll see. God bless.